Happy Friday! Welcome back to Drinking by My Shelf. My name is Emma, and in this vlog I am going to read 3 books that I am nervous to read. This was a video theme that my patrons voted on for me to read, and so I have interpreted nervous to read in 3 different ways to make this selection. First up, we have a book that I am literally nervous to read because it is a horror and I don't always cope very well at being brave. This is a collection of horror short stories which I thought was quite interesting. It's called Cursed Bunny. It's by a Korean author called Bora Chung and it is translated into English. It says it's sometimes going to be wryly humorous, which I will enjoy, and sometimes going to be terrifying, which I will not. A totally different reason for being nervous to read a book is the high pressure that has been put in it. So this is the Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov, coincidentally another translated book. This one is translated from Russian. But the reason that I am so nervous to read this is my best friend Kelsey's favourite book. Favorite book. And she has been telling me that I should read this book ever since I've known her, and we have known each other for 17 years. She actually lent me her copy of the book when we left school back when we were 18, and then I just kept it on my shelf for 10 years and didn't read it like a rude bitch, and eventually I gave it back to her, but now I've got my own copy and I am actually going to read it, and I'm going to read it this week. And finally, Mother for Dinner by Shalom, Auslander I've included because I am nervous about being proved wrong. I have recommended this book in a ton of book break videos. I have been really convinced that I will love this book and that it's going to be exactly my brand of weird. I've actually recommended it already in loads of book break videos, and so I'm just really hoping that I am going to be correct about how much I think I'm going to enjoy this book. And then I also, going back full circle, am kind of nervous for the first reason, because it does say that it's grotesque in it. I don't know like how squeamish it's gonna make me. It is a book about cannibalism, and you know, as I said, I'm not the biggest, bravest girl. So, 3 books to read, 3 fears to tackle, and all of this has been made possible by Serious Readers, who have very kindly sponsored this video. Serious Readers are a British company that make reading lights, really incredible reading lights, and I'm going to tell you more about them later on in the video when the night draws in and I start reading by them. Essentially, they use this incredible technology that replicates the daylight wavelength like as closely as is technically possible, so it's much easier for your eyes to read. You're not straining them. They very kindly sent me 2 of their lights, so I'll show both of them off in this video. I've been using them for the last few weeks and they really are incredible and also can move around. I've been using these lights to read in bed, I've been using these lights to read in the bath, and everywhere in between. I think I'm going to kickstart this vlog with the short story collection because hopefully I should be able to get through this one a little bit more quickly, and that'll get me fired up and ready for this mission. Even this cover is scary. I used to have a rabbit. He wasn't cursed. I really miss him. He ran away because my dad thought that you could take rabbits for a walk like you take dogs for a walk, and obviously he didn't come back. Oh my god, literally that first page is already so creepy. There is a head sticking out of the loo. What is going on? Okay. It is a Saturday, by the way, today, and I have got no plans all day until the evening, which is fantastic. I've been having a very busy few weeks, so I'm actually really excited to just do nothing but read, and then going to meet my mum and my aunt later for dinner, which will be lovely. But I do have some errands to run, so before I settle down and get too sucked into my reading, I'm going to go out into the lovely sunny day outside. By then it'll be time to cook some lunch, and then I will start reading. Honestly, where does the day go? She's an independent woman, taking the bins out by herself, taking shoes to the shop by herself. I can't open the door by myself. Staring out the window, reaching for a North Star. It is so lush being outside. I think once I finish cooking lunch, I might actually go out and read in the park. I'm still not going to start reading yet because my errands now include making lunch. Also, I've had this stack of recycling and no recycling bags building up for a week now, so I need to break them all down. Get them all out of my house. 1,000 different pictures of what is wrong. But if we turn the clocks back a couple dials, we should throw them out, because time ain't ours all, but you fill me up and I can feel it now. So I have a dilemma. I'm halfway through cooking and I just got the fish out and it's gone off. I'm not cooking with that. So what can I make instead? I can run out to a shop and buy some replacement fish fillets because I already made the like herby crust stuff that's going to go on the outside. Or I could just make the romesco potatoes and just eat those. That's probably not a healthy option. Fine, I'll go buy some fish. It is 2 p.m. I'm a fair way into this reading vlog and I haven't done any reading yet. But look, here is my delicious looking lunch. And I'm going to sit right here and actually start reading this book. I just skimmed through the first couple pages while I was waiting for everything to finish. And I'm already supremely freaked out. This first story I already think is not something to read while eating. So I'm going to finish eating before I dive into that pretty disgusting premise for a story. Okay, take two. It is definitely time for me to start reading now. Shall I go and read in the park? It's like sunny but not actually that warm, but it's just nice to be outside. I'm gonna try it. I'll just put on some layers. I have found genuinely a super sunny spot. I've actually had to just shed all of the layers that I put on. I wonder if I should be wearing sun cream, probably. I also was just realizing that I have been alone all day and not even noticed, and this is amazing for me because before living alone, I was someone who did not like to spend time without other people there for more than an hour, really. Like, I just need other people's company, and I thought I was going to be so terrible at living by myself. Actually, I've had such a nice day so far. Strolling out in the sun, making friends with the guy at the shoe repair place, taking myself for a little picnic. I mean, it's a foodless picnic, but a reading picnic. What a nice day. Okay, Emma, stop procrastinating. It is 3 p.m. in this reading vlog, and you have not read more than a single page, so let's go. Story number 1 down. That was super disturbing. It's about this creature that's like created in the loo out of, you know, human waste and then keeps like haunting them. It's really gross. Let's see what story number 2 is about. Oh, already I can tell this is going to be another very physical one. This one's about periods. Story number 2, I do not know what the fuck that was about. This book is going to be so weird. I'm probably going to get nightmares from these very visceral stories. But the next one, story number 3, is called Cursed Bunny. That's the book title. So this one should maybe be the best one. That one was about curses, unsurprisingly, being called Cursed Bunny. Again, I don't really think I understood the ending. The endings of the last 2 have been very baffling to me. It is cooling down a little bit, so I'm going to head back inside before I read the next one, which is called The Frozen Finger. Why are these all so scary? Okay, I'm home. Just finished the next story, The Frozen Finger. I feel with short stories often like I need a guide to understanding them. So I really liked that one. It was very creepy, but I don't know what it means. I don't understand. I actually just read it twice in a row, and I still think I need everything explained to me. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I'm supposed to just let it go, and it doesn't matter what the meaning is, but I can't quite figure it out. What's going on? The next one was incredibly disturbing. It was kind of like the darkest, most nonsensical fairy tales that you get. Story number 6, Creepy Robots. Now I'm going to story number 7, called Scars, which is going to be the longest story in this book so far. It's 50 pages. It's pretty big for a short story. Also, before I settle into the longer story, as the sun is no longer streaming through my window in quite the same way, I thought this would be the perfect time to get my serious light set up. So let me tell you a little bit about this here light. These lights are completely customizable, so I had so much fun on the website choosing what colour I wanted it to be, what colour I wanted the metal to be, whether I want it to be cordless or not, and I went for cordless. Like, you can plug it in as well, but then I can bring it around. You can choose what kind of base you want. I went for this kind of heavy base, but you can get a lightweight one if you want. It's really fun. Who knew there were so many different ways to have a light? And look at this. Having just been sitting in the genuine daylight, I can confirm that this is just as delightful to read in. I'll do a little comparison for you. I've had to switch books temporarily to something that would stay open without me holding it because I can't do this. I don't have 3 hands, but this is reading with the light and that is reading without the light. I mean, my camera just did a little bit of work to correct it, but you can see it's so much easier to read with it. You will see me continuing to use this light all around my house throughout the rest of this video because I am obsessed with it. But if you want to get one yourself, then you should use my code DBMS10, so drinking by my shelf 10, to get a special offer where for every light that you purchase in the Serious Lights range, which is the one that I've just showed you, or any different variation of that, you can get floor lights or table lights. I went for a table light, but whichever you choose, you will also get free with it a compact light. Let me go and show you my compact light. This cute little bunny by my bed is my compact light. It's basically a smaller, more lightweight version, and it is perfect for my bedtime reading. But that's not what's happening now because it's only 5 o'clock. We're not going to bed yet. So thank you to Serious Readers for sponsoring this video and for giving me these 2 lights so that I can now read in total comfort at literally any time of day or night, which is what I plan to do right now, reading this story, Scars. My eyes will be in comfort, but my brain may not. That one really made no sense. That was the only one so far that I actually just haven't enjoyed because... What was that? So far the frozen finger is my favourite, even if the name makes me think of like frozen fish fingers, and even if it was super confusing, and Scars has been my least favourite. But I have 3 more to go. And overall so far these have been fun, if disturbing reads. They haven't been like terrifying to read, but they're so creepy in the concept of them that I do think I might have nightmares about them.
Picnic with my best friends. We start to plan what we will do.
Okay, so I finished this book. The last 4 stories from that long one onwards, I didn't like them. I was enjoying the first ones even though I was very confused by them, but they were eerie in a they were very readable, and it felt like there could be some meaning if I read them enough times and really looked for it, I might be able to figure it out. But then the last 4 I found they really slowed down for me, so I didn't enjoy the experience of reading those ones as much. So then when it got to the end and I didn't understand it, it was even more unsatisfactory because I was like, I wasn't even really hooked in the first place. So a mixed bag. I did tackle my fear and I've already finished one of the books I was nervous to read. I think I was right to be nervous. I think that is going to haunt my dreams. And that is perfect timing because it is now time for me to leave the house. I'm off to meet my mum and my aunt for dinner, and I'm going to walk to get there. It's going to be like a half-hour, 35-minute walk, which is going to be lovely. I love walking through London in the evening.
Midnight in Paris, I've always heard there's magic in the air as you're watching people dance by sand. Midnight in Paris, oh what a feeling.
Good morning. It is a new day and a perfect day to start reading about cannibals. But first I'm going to go through a walk in the sunshine to go back where I was yesterday, going back to my aunt's house. This time my dad's going to be there, getting a double parent whammy weekend. I have spent such a nice amount of time outside today. So I walked to my aunt's house, which is like a 35-minute walk through really lovely sunshine. Had to take off my jacket instantly, then had brunch there, and then we walked back. So my dad was there, so me and my aunt and my dad took the dogs to Battersea Park, walked around there for a while, and I walked back from Battersea Park home. So that was probably like another hour walking around in the sun. Oh, it was delightful. Now I'm tired, but in the best way. Having had a nice little lie down for the rest of the afternoon, but not actually reading anything, I think it is time to crack on with the cannibal book.
Maybe I'll get a place that's right.
It's already so weird, wonderfully weird. The book is very funny so far. It's completely ridiculous. It's like satirizing everything about identity and the way we talk about identity. I'm really enjoying it. It's very readable. Look who I've got! My little pal is here. She's the best little workday companion of all time. She's actually kind of not the best workday companion of all time. I've been filming book break video this morning and she makes a lot of noise in the background. So she's kind of the worst, but it's worth it because I love her so much. Oh, she's so cozy. I need to stop talking in this voice when I'm not actually talking to her. I'm going to eat my lunch at my desk because then I can spend my actual lunch hour just walking hippo around. I have got some leftovers of a macaroni cheese that I made for myself. You can see me making this in a vlog that I will link to that went up fairly recently. This is my first attempt at making macaroni and cheese, also my first attempt at eating macaroni and cheese since school days when I hated it, and it's delicious. None of this is relevant to the vlog, I just wanted you to know how good this macaroni and cheese is. And when I say at my desk is temporarily the sofa. Okay, it's time to go soak up the sun. Come on, Hippo! Should we go? I forgot to bring my camera to the park like an idiot, but I've got my phone. It's always not quite as good. It's hard to see what a lovely day it is on my phone. I think it makes it look a bit cloudier. It is a lovely day for sitting on a tree trunk reading a book about cannibals. Hippo agrees. This is a good way to spend time. Don't you, baby? Come on, you want to jump up? Good girl.
idea. Just need to find my way. So when I fall behind.
One of my colleagues is a yoga instructor, so she does little virtual yoga classes for us every Monday evening. Best way to start the week. And now my sister's coming over to watch Married at First Sight. Another great way to start the week. Happy Tuesday, good morning, I'm up and about and I'm going to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in maybe 2 months. Let's see how this goes. This book is so funny so far. It's so ridiculous. So as I've mentioned, it's about a family of cannibals, and we've got to the point in the book now where the mother has just died and they are literally at the logistics of how to divide her up and eat her. It's kind of completely disgusting, but it's so funny. And it's really like, overall it's really diving into the theme of identity, what it means to have an identity, the cultural identity versus personal identity, and exploring like the strengths and importance of being in touch with the identity, and then also how limiting it can be, but also this completely ridiculous concept of a family who are culturally cannibals and that is really important. It's just brilliant. I'm absolutely loving it. Update, I finished the book and I did not need to be nervous about whether or not I would like it because I loved it for all the reasons I was telling you about yesterday. I thought it was so funny, so clever. But I was right to be nervous about the squeamish element of it. It wasn't like gory or graphic or anything. There weren't moments that made me like wince, but there were bits that made me feel a little bit sick. I mean, it is about a family deciding whether or not and then how to eat their mother, and all the decisions that go into that. So it's a little bit grisly at points. So I was right to be nervous about that. But success so far. Both of these books that I was nervous to read, one was a 3-star, one was a 4-star. Next up, the final one, the one I'm most nervous to read, Master and Margarita. Let's hope it's a 5-star. I'm sitting in the sun. There's a dog behind me. I've got a book. I've got a Diet Coke through a straw. My other little dog is lurking in the shadows over there. Here comes the little lurker from the shadows. Hey baby! Well, there you go, that made it better. Now I've got the whole squad. An interlude from reading my strange book. We're taking these chaps to the beach.
Just need to find my way.
I'm not out! It's Hermione Granger, Emma.
Just give me one more day to regret the word I could never say.
So that's what you're trying to achieve. Okay, what I'm trying to achieve is to get exactly 6 because then I win. Oh! My nerves are shot to bits. Tell us what you're trying to achieve. I want to get exactly 4. Oh, so close. Right.
Oh, that was not what we expected.
Don't take me now. I'm so damn close to learning how.
Literally, I was just filming the dogs in the sea, and you just won. I literally don't know what to say. It's so weird. One second we were in Russia talking to the devil in disguise and he's got a cat with him. Then we're in Jerusalem at like the trial where Jesus is talking to Pontius Pilate, but like nothing resembling the story that I remember from what I remember of it. It's really weird. I'm very confused. I'm worried that this book is just too weird for me. I am so struggling to understand what's going on or be engaged in it at all. Is this the one that I was right to be nervous for? I really want my best friend Kelsey to still love me, and I'm worried that if I don't love her book, that she'll disown me from her life. The nerves are amping up. Look, it's Sunday evening. I don't want to start a new week on a book that I'm not enjoying, but I also do want to give this book one last proper shot. I have run myself a bubble bath. That is the best chance I have got of enjoying a book because it is my favourite reading situation. So let's give this book one last attempt. I'm not even very far into it, but it's just such hard work.
Picnic with my best friends. We start to plan what we will do.
I give up. I surrender. I can't do it. This book is so confusing. I literally cannot get my head in gear enough to read this book. This is a book I was nervous to read, and I was right to do so. It feels so disappointing ending on a DNF, especially when the build-up that we had was a 3-star, a 4-star, and a fail. It's not what I wanted. It's not what we were aiming for. I feel like this is the kind of book that I need a reading guide to help me through it. I need a study guide. I need a teacher to just sit there and look over my shoulder and tell me what I'm supposed to be making sense of. Because at this point, I'm a bad combination of baffled and bored. But this is such a beloved book. There's got to be something I'm missing. If you have read and loved this book, like so many people have, let me know in the comments, how long does it take you to get into it? Is this something that I just need to battle on through with and I will end up falling in love with this book? Or if I don't get it from the beginning, am I just not the right audience for it? Let me know if you think I should give this one a second shot at some time, because I am open to doing that. I really wanted to like this book, but for now, this is not where my head's at. Like, what are you? What are you as a book? So that was me reading 3 books I was nervous to read, 2 happy successes, 1 not so much. Thank you so much again to Serious Readers for sponsoring this video. I will link below to where you can go and buy a lamp for yourself, and don't forget to use my code DBMS10 to get a free compact light with any Serious Light purchase. And of course, most importantly of all, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you never miss a video from me. See you next time.